Hello YouTube and welcome back to another video on the channel. Today, we are back with UCC season number 13, week numero uno versus the Blazing Knights coached by Jarrod. Now, if you missed out on the power rankings or even my draft analysis that went up a few days ago, I highly recommend you go back and check those out so you know what kind of team we're rocking with in this UCC season number 13 on Showdown, in which argumentably is probably the most meme-ish team I've ever shown on YouTube as a draft league team. But hopefully, fingers crossed, we can pick up a few of these this season with it. I mean, that'd be much appreciated. Because obviously we're on a Gen 8 if you didn't watch the draft analysis. Because I did exactly the same thing when Gen 7 first came out in Season 5. But obviously I didn't do YouTube back then in Season 5. So I didn't have a chance to, be a stable on the channel. But hopefully it is now. So when Gen 9 comes out at some point, whenever that comes out, I could do the same thing. But who knows if I'll still be doing Pokemon then. Who knows if I'll still be able to do YouTube by then. Who knows? Because Gen 9 is like a distance away. But anyway, we're getting sidetracked. Today, we are doing my draft analysis and post-commentary of my Week 1 battle versus Jarrod and the Blazing Knights. And as you can see by the lovely poster above me, his team is rocking Mega Lucario, Espeon, Raichu, Infernape, Domanitan, Galarian form, Silvally, Dragonite, Venusaur, Clovitza, Diancie, my boy Ditto, and Avalugg. So, Jarrod has a very, very, very scary team. Bearing in mind he was last in the power rankings by the stats, his team is kind of scary. Especially because I had Mega Lucario last season in the UCC, and that put in the absolute finest of work for me. It carried me all the way to playoffs, where I lost, because I didn't record. Unfortunately, I couldn't record all of last season online, on the YouTube, sorry. So, I'm going to give you some bit of backstory, as you do. And also, the one Gen 8 Mon on his entire team is that Domanitan Galarian form, which, since I decided I want to do Gen 8, I wanted Domanitan Galarian form. But I'm pretty sure both all the speedy Gen 8 Mons were gone before I could have my first pick. So, that's really annoying. It's base 95, so it's not the fastest Mon in the world, but, it'd be like the second fastest on my team right now. So, that's how it's going to go. But, my first Mon, as you can see by the beautiful screen, is Mbappe, my Reboot. Now, I wasn't expecting to bring Reboot at all this season. Maybe to like 1 or 2 games. I didn't think it would be the first on the team sheet for my first ever game in the UCC Season 13. The main reason it is here is because, obviously, looking at his team, that was I clicked the wrong button. But anyway, look at his team, because the way I usually build is like, oh, what's he most likely bring to most games? Oh, he'll bring that, So, but it's week 1. You can't do that in week 1. You have to wait till at least like week 3 or week 4 to get a gist of what Mons they tend to favour on their team, sort of thing. That's how my mind works anyway. But this time, obviously, you can't do it in week 1, so I went for, right, which is his most expensive Mons, because those were the ones to be more than likely he'll bring, because they're high tier, they're better Mons. Makes sense, right? So, Mega Lucario was my first thinking, right, how do I stop a Mega Lucario? Well, what you do is you choose Scarf or Reboot Mbappe with Libero to make it outspeed Mega Lucario, because obviously it can't hold a choice Scarf because it's a Mega, and rocking 56 speed, 200 HP, so I can live a hit from some stuff, and base 252 attack, Adamant Nature. So I can, kill Flebit's Oko's it pretty much, unless it's a bulky Mega Lucario. And I never brought a bulky Mega Lucario. I ever went max speed, Adamant, max speed, modest, very speedy. Got some bulk behind it, but not amazing. But if he's fearing like a Scarf, Dracovish or all that kind of scary stuff, or more Pico with its, obviously I wouldn't bring more Pico against Mega Lucario because it gets Vacuum Wave, which can blow me back because obviously it's a Dark type. But Reboot is here. Choice Scarf, Flare Bits, Judoko. Acrobatics is there for the likes of the Venusaur, Infernape. That as well. It's got freaking Gunk Shot for the likes of the Diancie, and it's got U-Turn just for Switch Initiative, really, pretty much. I didn't know what else to put on it, because Reboot's moveset is unfortunately not that great, move pool-wise. I think I went over this in the actual overview, because it doesn't get that variety of moves, but the moves it does get are quite good, so I'm happy either way. Why is it now Tackle? Go back to U-Turn, you stupid thing. Right, there we go. So that's our first mod. That was our main counter to deal with the Mega Lucario, so we can outspeed it with the Choice Scarf and kill the Flare Blitz. Because I think with this bulk as well, we can live, as long as he doesn't get a nasty plot up on his Vacuum Wave. We do live a Vacuum Wave from Mega Lucario, so that's always a good thing to do. So, hopefully, fingers crossed, Mbappe can come and put in the clutch and do what Mbappe couldn't do in the Champions League against Dortmund and win the game. So, all these references. Right, next up for us, we have the Dead Rock. Corsola Galarian form, our Dead Rock. And it is max HP, max defense, bold nature, because this thing walls Darmanitan Galarian form. Because if Earthquake does nothing to this thing, an Icicle Crash does max 25% to this thing. I can burn it to Will-O-Wisp it, because the likes of, if it's got a physical Mega Lucario, burn, shut down. If I can't really burn the Infernape, but I've got Strength Stat for that. I can burn the Diamante Galarian. I can burn the Silvally with its boosted multi-attack. I can burn the Dragonite to break his multi-scale. I can burn the Venusaur so it doesn't get more likely Black Sludge or Leftovers recovery. I can burn the Avalon. I can Strength Stat all the things for days. I can stall it out with Nightshade, because he doesn't have his only normal type is Ditto. So if it copies my Galarian Corsola, I can still Nightshade it. And Silvally, more than likely, he's not going to bring it normal type. I don't see him bringing it normal type. I see it bringing... I don't know what type I was thinking about Silvally, but I was adamant it wouldn't be normal type. So, just to get that boosted multi-attack options on the team, specifically for a Mon, probably Dracovish, that's probably my scariest Mon on my team. But, yeah, so Galarian Corsola can just wall things for days, especially with Protect, Nightshade, Strength Stat, Will-O-Wisp. So I can get some chip off. I can just stall things out pretty much. That's the plan for Dead Rock. I can see me bring Dead Rock to most games this season, because obviously, as in the power rankings, one of my most useful Mons on my team, for the team I have. If Galarian Corsola is your most influential Pokemon, things are gonna be looking rosy. Not. Anyway, next up we have Malfoy, our Dracovish, on that Choice Band Strong Jaw. I believe this was for the Infernape. I am pretty sure this was for the Infernape, because I think that's his next highest point Mon. Yeah, because yes it is, it's 15 points, Infernape. Yeah, this was mainly for the Infernape, because obviously Infernape again, what's Infernape's base speed? 95. Okay, so other than Morpeko, this thing outspeeds my entire team. And Morpeko does have a fantastic matchup against a fighting type, being a dark type itself. So, I've brought Choice Band Dracovish Malfoy, max HP, max attack, so I can live any hit this freaking Inferno wants to go for. And Vicious Rend is taking lives, because he's got no Mons have Water Absorb. None at all. Obviously, if he switches out against the Infernape and wants to oh, if I stay in, this is going to kill Infernape. I might have to switch out. Oh, wait. Wherever I switch into, Vicious Rend will do double damage. It will do the double damage. It's Choice Banded. It's Stab. It's doing all the damage. All the damage you need to do. So, he's here. You've also got Ice Fang for the likes of the Dragonite and the Venusaur. We've got Psychic Fangs for the Lucario and the Mega Venus, not the Mega Venusaur, just the Venusaur. And we've got Earthquake as well, like the Raichu, the Diancie, and all that good stuff. So, hopefully Malfoy can put in the work this week, because I can see Malfoy being my main wall breaker killer kind of thing on the team. I can see Malfoy being my top kill leader this season. I could be wrong, but I think Malfoy will be. I'm probably right, because I'm always right. Except when I don't win games, because I'm an idiot. But anyway, that's our next Mon. That is Malfoy, our Dracovish. Next up, we have Franz our Centiscorch, which I do believe is here for the... what is this here for? Obviously not for Dragonite, because I've got options for Dragonite. I built a team a long time ago, I can't remember. Espeon and Silvally. So, is the next, like, good decent Mons. It makes sense for me to bring a Bug type against an Espeon, being a bulky Bug type as well, because I don't think Espeon gets that many moves that can touch a Fire Bug type, apart from Hidden Power Rock, which it can't learn anymore, because obviously it's in a Sword and Shield. So in this league, if it's in the Galarian Dex, it can't learn Hidden Power. If it's not in the Galarian Dex, it can learn Hidden Power. So that's always a good option, because I think it only gets Psychic, Psyshock, Shadow Ball. I think it gets Dark Pulse as well. So none of those can really touch a Centiscorch. So I'm banking on setting up some coils, get my attack, defense up, and accuracy up. Even though I don't believe Centiscorch gets any moves which can benefit having an accuracy boost, from my knowledge anyway. But I've got Fire Lash, Leech Life, and Knockoff. Fire Lash is there mainly for like Fire Stab, to touch the Avalugg, to touch the Venusaur, to touch the Galarian Darmanitan, touch the Silvally potentially if it's like a Grass type or a Bug type or anything like that. Who knows? We've got Leech Life as well, mainly for the freaking Espeon. And we've got Knockoff as well to knock off leftovers, Choice Scarfs, all that good stuff against the team. Especially with Guerrilla Tactics, Darmanitan on the field, putting in the finals to work. So hopefully we can deal with that with our Centiscorch. If we get a couple of coils up, we should be able to put the most against his team, because most of his main threats on this team are physical, barring him being able to run Mix, obviously, Mega Lucario. Next up, we've got Virgin Hat, our Hatterene, with the Expert Belt Magic Bounce, rocking Trick Room, Psychic, Dazzling Gleam, and Mystical Fire, rocking Max HP, Max Special Attack, Quiet Nature. This is to bulk a hit from the likes of any of his like special attackers, really, like Corvitza, Venusaur, if he wants to go for, unless he goes for a Sludge Bomb, obviously, Espeon, Raichu, who knows. But I've got Trick Room as well. I have got Trick Room because if you missed it on the preview, my fastest mod is base 97, which isn't great because all the good... I'll keep it over about 100 times. But Trick Room is so if he goes in like Mega Lucario, which has Speedy Boy, Joy Scarf, Guerrilla Tactics, Darmanitan, outspeed that. Espeon, outspeed that. Raichu, outspeed that. The slowest mod on his team, I do believe, is the Corvitza. No, it's the Avalugg. Avalugg is right there. So barring Avalugg, his entire team will be undersped by my Virgin Hat. And I can Trick Room up, outspeed. Psychic will do a lot of damage to this team, because Venusaur's weak to it, Lucario's weak to it, Infernape's weak to it, Dazzling Gleam, Dragonite's weak to it, potentially Silvally's weak to it, Mystical Fire to hit the likes of the Avalugg and the Galarian Darmanitan, and drop special attack stats in the likes of the Lucario if he's a special set. Espeon, because, you know, Espeon can like Shadow Ball me, so if I Mystical Fire at first, Shadow Ball won't kill me, and then I can do the work, just spam Mystical Fire, because it's not going to kill me, because I've got base 103 special defense. I've got quite a bit, I've got max HP on this gal, so hopefully Virgin Hat can put in the work this game and help me pick up a W. Hopefully it will. Next, last but not least, we have LinkedIn R&DD, leftover Psychic Surge with max speed, max special attack, timid nature. Now, LinkedIn is here because I believe it's the fastest mod on this week's team, barring Scarf and Mbappe. It's because I think I sped crept to outspeed Venusaur. Not Venusaur, what am I doing? Dragonite? Maybe Dragonite. I don't know. I don't know why I'm max speed on this gal, on this boy, or if you want to call it. So I'm base 95. I think I outspeed Modest or Adamant Infernape, but not Modest. So if he's max speed Infernape, which I don't see him bringing, because my team isn't that fast anyway, and my most likely Scarfer on this team is Malfoy. So that outspeeds it anyway, unless he slaps a Choice Scarf on Infernape, and slapping a Choice Scarf on Infernape won't make it as useful again in this matchup, because I've got all the options. I've got Dead Rock for immune to its fighting. I've got Double Fire for its Fire Stab and all that good stuff. So I don't see him bringing Choice Scarf, and I don't see him bringing max speed, to be honest. I want to see him. He's probably going to bring max hit things because my team's quite bulky. So hopefully this comes in clutch. I've got Calm Mind as well, so I can get some setup. Hopefully on this guy. I have both. I'm confused. It's 2020. I don't know. I didn't want to assume it's gender. It's male, but we'll go with it. So it's got Psychic, Dazzling Gleam, and Mystical Fire as well. It's got the same. It's basically got the same moveset as Virgin Hat, but it's rocking Calm Mind instead of Trick Room. So we have options, boys. We have options. So hopefully this team can help us pick up that W against Jarrod. Well, I obviously know the result because I've already played the game. But yeah, let's jump into the game right now. And as you can see, he has brought the likes of get rid of that. He brought the Dragonite, the Mega Lucario, the Infernape, the Espeon, the Avalok, and the Silvally. Obviously, he has not brought. Let me put this back up again. He's not brought the Venusaur, which I kind of thought he would bring, even though I do have 2 fire types. They're not the best fire types in the world, and he has other options for those, so I was expecting Venusaur. Corvitz is not there, which I'm not surprised about. I was very shocked there wasn't a Silvally Galarian form. Silvally? Darmanitan Galarian form on the team, because that was the thing I was most scared of, alongside the Mega Lucario. He only brought one of them. He decided to bring his other ice type in Avalok, so that's probably I don't know why, but we'll see. We'll see how it goes. Didn't bring Diancie, didn't bring Raichu, didn't bring Ditto. I thought playing the Devious of Dittos, he would bring a Ditto. Obviously not. So that's his team we've got right now. So at this stage, I was thinking, right, he's probably going to lead with either Espeon or Avalok to get up rocks, or Silvally to get up rocks. That's what my first impression was. So I led with Indeedee, predicting him to lead with Venusaur, or what am I saying? I don't know what I'm saying anymore. I led with Indeedee because I thought it'd lead with Infernape and U-turn out, or lead with Espeon, or lead with or this thing. As I lead with Indeedee, I learn he's a Fairy type Silvally. I do not know. It's probably mainly for the Dracovish, because barring Dragonite, he's not got really much for the Dracovish on his team, stab-wise anyway. So very expected ring. So I go to Corsola, predicting him to go for like a multi-attack, which does 27%. And then he parting shots out, and I'm like, okay, you parting shot on a Corsola Galarian. I'll take it. I think I'll go for Will-O-Wisp at this stage. No, I'll go for just Shrub Strength Sap, because I predict him to switch out into Infernape or the Espeon, because I don't know why he would go into Espeon at this stage. I don't know what I'm saying anymore. But he goes into Infernape, predicting the Will-O-Wisp as I go for the Strength Sap. So he's a -1 attack. I get fully healed back up to full health again. So he goes for the Taunt as I go for the Nightshade, which is a good bring by him, because obviously Corsola Galarian was my most scary one on the team. As he goes for the Fire Blast on the switch out, I'm thinking, right, okay, I'm going to go into Virgin Hat, because I'm predicting him to go for, like, I don't know. I think it's a physical Infernape. So I switch into Virgin Hat because it's -1 attack. A Fire Punch isn't going to do a lot to me. Flare Bitch will do quite a chunk to me, but won't do. I won't protect it to do more than half. Fighting, obviously, if he goes for a fighting type move, predicting me to switch out into like Reboot or Senti Scorch or a knockoff or a U-turn or anything like that. I don't know. So I went into Virgin Hat. As he goes for a Fire Blast, he gets 50%. And I'm thinking, okay, right. Last time it did exactly half, right? I'm pretty sure I count this, and 50% was literally mid-roll. So the only way he would have killed me if he got a max roll, I think that was both max rolls. I'm pretty sure they're both max rolls. Thinking about it again, because otherwise I would have switched out looking at the calc, because I'm that smart, right? So I looked at the calc. He had to get a max roll or a crit to live to kill me. Virgin Hat, sorry. and he had to land the Fire Blast. And I'm thinking, for him to be A, land the Fire Blast, B, get a max roll again, or get a crit. I'm thinking, right, I need to get some. I didn't really want to just go straight back out into Reboot or Senti Scorcher at this stage, because I need those for late game with like the Espeon and the Mega Lucario and whatnot. So I stayed in, clicked Trick Room, thinking, right, I'm going to live on like 2%. I'm going to get the Trick Room up, and then I'm going to click Psychic on something, and something is dying, barring freaking Espeon. So I click Trick Room, but unfortunately he does get the max roll, and Virgin Hat goes down as I go into Dracovish. Now, obviously Dracovish quad weaks fire, so in the long run I should have just went into this thing after the first Fire Blast, but I decided not to. I don't know why. I just explained why. But I went to Dracovish because I knew we'd switch out into Avalugg, thinking, oh, I'm going to do a Fissure Rend. And I'm like, right, water is resisted on ice, is it not? No, it's not. It's not. It's the other way around. Ice is resistant against water. But it's Avalugg with like ridiculous high defense. It's not super effective. Avalugg's a bulky boy. Avalugg is a very bulky boy. Fissure's Rend does 80% to it. I've Choice Band, switch out. I told you Malfoy would put in the work this season. Look at that. Like, and as you can see by the chat, he wasn't expecting it to do that much damage. So Dracovish comes in, outspeeds Avalugg, obviously, because everything on my team outspeeds Avalugg. So I just went, bop, dead, Avalugg is gone. That's one bulky boy down. Malfoy's still at full health. I'm like, yes. Okay, it's even now. We're 5-5. As he goes out into his Dragonite, I think at the end of the game he thought I was Choice Scarfed on my Dracovish, which I don't understand why, because that would not have done 80% if it wasn't Choice Band on that freaking Avalugg. So he thought I was Choice Band, and so he goes out into Dragonite, predicting, oh, he's locked into Fissure's Rend. It can't do that much damage to me. So I'm going to go out into Dragonite. So I'm thinking, right, I'm going to go out into Dead Rock so I can eat up a hit from it because I'm max defense bulk. So anything that this Dragonite wants to do to me, it's not going to do that much damage. As you can see, Dragon Claw does literally 25% as I get a Curse Buddy off. So he goes into Mega Lucario. And I'm thinking, right, this guy is now burnt. It's obviously going to go for a... I don't think... Does Mega Lucario get knockoff? It does get knockoff. I'm pretty sure. So I'm thinking, right, he's going to go into this thing to knock off my Eviolite. Or... That's what my brain was thinking, right? He's going to knock off my Eviolite so he can do the most damage against Dead Rock. With like, Dragonite and all that kind of... All these boys. So that's what I think was going to happen. So at this stage, I stay in and go for a Protect to see what this guy wants to do. To scav he does have knockoff or not, but he goes for a nasty plot. I'm like, what? I just lose now. I literally just lose now because, as I said in the preview, or the team builder, I said to say, Reboot can live a Vacuum Wave from this thing not set up. That's my best check to this thing, and I'm like, right, okay. This is scary now because he's +2 special attack. He's a special attacker, so this thing won't be able to wall it at all, especially at +2. And I got really scared. So what I did was I stayed in thinking, okay, I could probably live one hit, and I'm going to go for I think I went for Shrimp Sap or Nightshade. I think I went for Nightshade to get some chip off it. So I could switch to like something else and just, do the most. But, unfortunately, it killed me because its adaptability boosted Flash Cannon. I thought it'd just go for a Dark Pulse, to be honest. But, obviously Flash Cannon would do more because its adaptability boosted. So I go out after this stage, into Reboot, thinking, right, okay, it might not have Vacuum Wave. It's got Nasty Plot, Flash Cannon, I was thinking that Dark Pulse, and I'm thinking, right, it has to have a Fighting type stab. And I don't see him being Vacuum Wave as his only Fighting type stab. I think he's going to have Aura Sphere or stuff like that, because my team's really slow. So I didn't see him bringing it. So I thought, oh, I'm gonna test the waters. If he's not got Vacuum Wave, then I'm going to turn to the most. So I go into reboot. Maybe if I was max bulk Eviolite, I could have lived it, but I don't think I would have done anyway. So that's in hindsight. You know, my brain works in different ways to everyone else. Have you probably realised if you're subscribed to this channel? But hey ho. So Lucario, I go into Malfoy, predicting right. Okay, he's gonna go for Vacuum Wave. I live and go for Fisher's Rend and kill this thing. I'm like, right, okay. Dracovish is here taking lives. So as he goes out straight into his Espeon, I'm like, right, okay. You definitely outspeed me. You're going to have Dazzling Gleam. I'm going to switch out into my LinkedIn to live any hit you've got from this thing. Probably going to be a Dazzling Gleam. So I go out into this thing as he goes for a Dazzling Gleam. As he switches out into his Silvally, I click Political Fire because that was my best check for the Espeon if it went for anything else. Go for Sidekick, doesn't kill. Goes for the Mori attack, and it kills me. I'm like, right, okay. At this stage, I didn't realise that Mori attack got busted. It got buffed from, what was it before, base 90 to base 120. So Valley needs to be in a higher tier, ladies and gentlemen. If it's got the same, pretty much a judgment on a Silvally, it's like end of days. It's the end of the world. Hello? So I go into Franz thinking, oh, he's choice locked. He has to be to do that much damage. Because I'm an idiot and didn't realise they got boosted. So I resist Fairy. I'm going to go into my Scenting Scorch. He goes for parting shot. As I have White Smoke. So none of my stats can be dropped. So he has to stay in. I would say that was a good bring by me. But in hindsight, I brought it just because of potential. I don't know why I brought it. Maybe I did bring it for parting shot. Maybe I did. Maybe I'm a hidden genius. Who knows? But I thought parting shot, I wouldn't get the stat drop, but it'd still switch out. That's what I thought would happen. But obviously, it doesn't. He just stays in. I'm like, okay, right, okay. You're going to go for a Mori attack, which is nothing. So I go for Leech Life, which in hindsight, what I should have done was coiled again because that thing couldn't touch me at all. So he goes for the Earthquake, which doesn't do a lot to me. As I go for Knockoff on the Dragonite, knock off its weakness policy, which I'm thinking, right, okay. It's weakness policy Dragonite. He's predicting me to go into like Virgin Hat, live a Dazzling Gleam, or LinkedIn with a Dazzling Gleam, or Dracovish with a Dragon Claw or something. With his multi-scale, he should be able to live it. Get a +1, +2, and then just sweep my entire team because it outspeeds most of my team. So, lucky enough, that didn't come off. So, he goes for an Earthquake again after I knock it off, and I go for knock off again because, well, Fire wasn't doing anything to it, Bug wasn't doing anything to this thing, so I thought, I might as well knock off again. And it does 42%, it's down to 29%, and it all rests on the little hooves of my Dracovish, which doesn't outspeed anything anymore. So he goes for the extreme speed because, because he thinks I'm Scarfed. And if I was Scarfed at this stage, unless he had priority on Infernape, I would have won the game. Looking at it right now. Because I would have outsped the Infernape, I would have outsped the Espeon, and Fisher's Rend does double damage if it goes first. So I wouldn't have needed the Choice Band. And I'm like, well, I should bring Choice Scarf more often. I'm learning, rewatching these videos. Maybe the next game I play, and I bring Dracovish, I'll slap a Choice Scarf on it, it'll outspeed the entire world, and it's a win-win. So he goes for extreme speed as I go for Fisher's Rend. And then he goes out into his Espeon, and I'm like, yep, you're going to go for Dazzling Gleam. And I'm like, well, yeah, that was a very interesting game. Again, GG to Jarrod if he's watching this. A very good game. And in hindsight, if I brought bulky Mbappe and Choice Scarf Dracovish, things might have been different in this game. Seeing it now. But hey ho, we learn, we grow, and we learn on this channel. That's what we do. We try and grow. Speaking of growing, if you're new around here and are not subscribed, hit that subscribe button and we can grow together. Grow the channel as you do. So if you guys have enjoyed the content, I'd recommend you smash the like button, hit that subscribe button down below, leave any comments about what I can do to improve my battling skills and all that good stuff, because I really want to try and get some more of these under my belt. And well, it's been like never since I won a league, and I'd like to win one someday. I'm not going to win with this team, but maybe one day you guys can help me out and we can improve my skills tenfold. So anyway, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video.